Once upon a time, there was this 14-year-old kid who stumbled across a self-improvement nofap video saying that on day 1000, he will reach flight mode or Hokage mode, start to begin to fly when he stops fapping. He believed it because all this time he wanted to quit fapping. But every time he did, he relapsed and relapsed and relapsed. He got to day 3 and then he relapsed. You can't blame him because most kids nowadays, most young men have that same addiction. They just hide it from each other. I know the certain feeling, the certain pain of getting to day 3, and you can't control your own hand from going into your you know what. You can't control yourself when you're about to go to the hub. You can't control yourself, and I know that certain feeling. That is the way of a mediocre man. If you want to live a better life and you want to let go of these bad habits that are holding you back, that are making you, such a unproductive person, bro. If you just unlock this thing, it will unlock new opportunities for you because it is holding you back. How are you going to work on a project if you are so focused on trying to quit? How are you going to plan on retiring your parents? How are you going to get financial freedom? How are you going to get the body that you always wanted to get if you're still addicted to fapping and beating your meat? That's the way of a mediocre man. Now, the way of the superior man, I'm gonna read a chapter from you, and it will change your life, bro. When a man sees a beautiful woman, it's natural for him to feel energy in his body, which he usually interprets as sexual desire. Rather than dispersing this energy in mental fantasy, a man should learn to circulate his heightened energy. He should breathe fully, circulating the energy fully throughout his body. He should treat his heightened energy as a gift, which could heal and rejuvenate his body, and through his service heal the world. Through this means, his desire is converted into fullness of heart. His lust is converted into service. His desire is not converted by denying sexual attraction, but by enjoying it fully, circulating it throughout his entire body without allowing it to stagnate as mental fantasy and returning to the world from his heart. That is a very powerful message right there. You can read that. It's chapter 41 of The Way of the Superior Man. Turn your lust into gifts. Now, nowadays, right, us who were addicted to fapping, or if you're still addicted to fapping, the number one thing that signals our mind to go to the hub, to watch hentai, to, go to Instagram and pretend that you're not gonna see a girl that's half naked, but then that's what your brain is trying to find, right? It's kind of a cycle that we go through, and to stop bad habits, you need to break the bad cycles. And so when you get hard, bro, you must breathe fully. Nowadays we kind of like flex our abs a little bit, but let it go completely, let it go completely. And if you see a person that you're lusting over and you feel her feminine energy, her feminine radiance, her feminine attraction, she looks so nice and so beautiful to you, do not let that mental fantasy come up in your head, bro. Do not let it come up in your head. Just breathe in, feel the air go through in your heart, out your heart, bro. circulate it throughout the entire body and feel the energy, the capacity of the feminine radiance. Because the true way, right, of a superior man is, the man is masculine. He's so driven, hard work. He passes by a girl, he loses focus, right? He sees the girl and he loses focus. That's actually the true way. Because nowadays people say, you gotta be ultra focused. Don't get distracted by women. Don't get distracted by women. Yeah, don't get distracted by women and then, you know, get in a relationship with them. But you must not ignore that feminine energy, because that feminine energy, bro, it will help you. You know, like, because if you just keep denying the problem, right? If you just keep denying the problem and just keep saying, it's a woman, it's a woman, so I cannot, blah, 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 blah. You need to be able to handle the situation in a healthy way. Because what if that girl actually comes up to you and talks to you? What are you gonna do? You're gonna grab her and then start doing some weird stuff, bro? Nah, you need to deal with it and you need to get used to it. That feminine energy inside of, you know, woman, you know, you're so masculine and you're so driven, your testosterone's high, you've been working on something important, whatever it may be, you don't have high testosterone and, you know, you just want to get a girlfriend, but you feel their feminine energy, bro, and it rejuvenates you. And what you must do is, you know, feel that energy from, it's going to be in your mind because you're going to have mental fantasies. You're going to feel it in your balls. It's going to be hard not to, you know, feel that through your entire body, because, you know, you just want to release. Because us men, we want to release. We want to get from freedom. That's why we love, you know, releasing so much. Because in the Way of the Superior Man, it says that us men, is purpose, or one of our purposes, is to, you know, always get freedom, whether it's financial freedom, physical freedom, whether it's freedom from a football game, you trying to get to the other side, whether it's war, you're getting freedom, like the United States, you know, getting freedom. Men really love that. That's one of their purposes, is to get freedom from something, right? Whether it's freedom from the Matrix, you know, Andrew Tate. And once you get that freedom, bro, you're gonna feel a little high up, and then it's gonna drop back low. And when it drops down low again, you're gonna look for another freedom that you can pursue. So if you want to be your best self, you need to let go of this bad habit and learn how to, you know, transform this feminine radiance into a gift, into something that is, you know, as energy for you to bring back into the world. So basically, you're like a transmitter, or a transformer, transmuter, whatever the word is. But basically, you are, you know, in the gym and you see your crush, female thing, you know, you're gonna get lustful desires inside your head. But, you know, the way the mediocre man is gonna go in the bathroom and, you know, think of that certain girl and jack off to her, waste his energy. Because you can search up right now, bro, jacking off and ejaculating, bro. You know, just go monetize. I don't even get monetized, but what is this? It's gonna get copyrighted probably. I don't know, whatever the word is, but, you know, but when you ejaculate and when you know, release, you can search it up online. You lose energy, bro. You lose energy, because back then, you know, how our ancestors did it, you know, and I always talk about bringing back to our ancestors, because we can always learn from history, bro. Once you ejaculate, bro, you're not supposed to go out and act normal. You're supposed to be happy, or not happy, but you're supposed to, like, go to sleep, or, like, you know, be happy and all talky comforting with your significant other. You ain't supposed to, you know, have a quick one, you know, release some stress, right? But then the stress comes back 2 times more afterwards, you know. I take it from experience, bro. Get a quick release, bro. After you get a quick release, what happens afterwards? You go back to your normal days. That's how casual sex is nowadays, bro. And it's just so sad, because I don't want to say divine, but it's a very special thing. that people are making casual nowadays. You know, a making of a human is very special, bro. And yet you waste it just so you can get a quick stress relief. A child that could be your son, that could be the next you, but a better version, bro. That could do better than you. That could be more famous. That could be, have a better imprint in this world, better than you. Be more nicer person than you. But nah, you chose to waste it. You have either two choices, bro. You either convert the energy that a feminine person gives you, the radiance. You can take it out of your mind and your cock, bro, and release it to the world. An example of this is, let's say, you're in the gym. The mediocre man would be the one in the gym and he sees a girl, fantasizes over her, and, he feels it in his crotch, he's getting hard. He goes into the restroom and he didn't finish his set, he didn't finish his workout, and then he jacks off. Or he goes home, instead of getting more knowledge, reading books, going for a run, hanging out with his family, he's inside the restroom, he's inside his room, and he jacks off it to that certain girl. Or that certain girl, inspires, I don't want to say inspire, but let's just use the word inspire, but inspires him to go back on the hub. He searched up gym girl on the hub. I know this feeling, bro. I know this from experience. Certain things that happen in your day and then you just search it on the hub. I've struggled with that, bro. But if you want to be a better man, bro, a superior man, not like a mediocre man, you need to turn your lust into gifts. Feel the energy, bro. Feel the energy that's flowing within your body. And bring it out into the world as love. As also the way of the superior man, it says, do it for love. Your love for humanity. You think of a beautiful woman, feel her energy, and if you're like me, you're Muslim, or if you're just highly religious, you can't have no sex before marriage, and you can't get married now because you're still a teenager, bro. Feel the energy of the feminine radiance, bro, because that's a gift as well. Feminine people have a gift to, make men feel like a sense of warmth and comfort, because our mother was always there for us for comfort. And that's the true thing. Women find comfort in men, and men find comfort in women. But nowadays, these black pills, these blue pills, and then these feminists are hating on the black pills, and then they become fighting. But nah, we ain't fighting with nobody. We understand that, the men's responsibility is to do the hard work. Right? To do the hard work. And yet, since we didn't do it, or we stopped doing the hard work, women started taking the most action. Because us men has been lacking. But no, that's why I really love Hamza's message, because he's telling other men to start taking the action, to become 100% responsible. And you are responsible for if you quit this addiction or not. If you continue to have the same addiction, your son will go up to you and he will say, Dad, I'm addicted to porn. And you can't stop it because you do not know the solution to it. What are you going to tell your son? Oh, son, it's normal. When in true reality, you have a beautiful wife and yet you go inside the restroom and jack off. And you think that this is normal. You have a wife. You have a child that's going to have the same problem as you. And don't cope saying that it's normal to have this, because I had it and I quit it. So what are you going to say now? What are you going to say now? Society wants you to get the OnlyFans. They want you to scroll through the Instagram and see the booty pics. They want you to go to Pornhub and be weak, because it's easier for your mind to be controlled if you're weak and full of desire. How did the Romans fall? They had orgies. They had, festivals. All they did was party and live in lustful world, living all their worldly pleasure, until another team who hasn't been complacent came in and killed them and take over their throne. Will you allow that to happen? Will you allow another man to take your future wife position? Let's say you're here, you're in a good position, and then you keep doing the bad habits, and then you fall down and somebody else gets your wife. Will you allow that to happen just because you didn't want to stop fapping? Fapping is so much more than you think, bro. It's very simple, but it's so much more, because it ruins your energy. It wastes your time. Energy that should have been used on a beautiful child. I used to skip some family time to go in my room and jack off. Can you imagine that? Watching a movie, I saw a hot girl in the movie. I went inside the room and jacked off. Can you imagine that? It's time to let the addiction go, bro. It's time to let it go. You need to punch it in the face, bro, and say enough is enough, bro. Take in that energy and use it as a gift. Like I said, the mediocre man went in the gym, and then he saw a hot girl, and then he jacked off to her. Or then he got inspired to jack off to her. And then the way the superior man sees the girl, lowers his gaze, because I have a video on lowering your gaze. If you want to watch that one, there's a link in the description. But he lowers his gaze, closes his eyes, bro, and just feels the energy and circulates it to his body, and transforms that into love. Because lust and love go hand in hand, right? You turn it to love, and you're like, I don't know what this energy is, bro. It's the feminine radiance. And then with the superior man lifts up that weight and pushes 10 times harder than he could ever push, because something a feminine power has is to help men push through problems, to give them support, to give them power to be able to push forward and pass their limits. Women have that effect. A quick story that I would like to use is that there was this one person that I had a crush on last year, and I always felt like she would be always there to support me / look at me and all this stuff. And then I was always inspired by her to always try my best and try the hardest, because I turned my lustful desires into love that I brought into the world. And the way the superior man says, do it all for love. Do it, I record this video for love, bro. For love for my younger self, for going through his hardships. My love for the people, who I want to help. You work out in love for your body, in love for the entire world, in love for God, because you're taking care of the body that he gave you. You're transforming that lust into love. So pick up that weight, bro. When you feel that lustful desire, breathe in like the way of the superior man, bro, and surpass your limits. Because the feminine energy can heal you, help you surpass your limits, bro. Now, I'm not saying to fall in love with the girl. I should have probably made a disclaimer at the start, but don't fall in love with the girl. But just see it as a form of energy, and the energy will run out, yes, but it was good while it lasted, bro. Don't make up some mental fantasy that you're gonna marry the girl. Just, you know, forget about the girl and just, you know, take the energy. Sound like a vampire. Forget the girl, bro, and just suck her blood. But, you know, one day you're gonna find someone, bro. Inshallah, you're gonna find someone who also been struggling in this world of, you know, the dunya, this world full of desires, you know, who wanted to go to the beach and wear bikini, but now she wear the hijab, or she was being modest her entire life, who was also struggling not to join the, you know, this world of pleasures. You will find a certain person that's right for you, bro. Just, you know, do the hard work and be the best possible man you can be, man. And you will reach it, bro. That's enough for me, bro. Be the best possible man you can be. Do it for your parents, do it for your future family, bro. And your younger self will thank you for doing the hard work, bro. That's enough for me, bro. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.